Let's get right into it. Number 10. Rinsing raw poultry in the sink. Scientists used UV dye to track water droplets when people rinsed chicken in their sink. These tiny drops of chicken juice were found up to 6 feet away from the sink. That's like having a bacterial sprinkler system in your kitchen. These droplets land on your coffee maker, your fruit bowl, and even your phone. When these water drops land, they're carrying enough bacteria to make you seriously sick. Just one drop can contain thousands of salmonella bacteria, but washing chicken doesn't even clean it. Those bacteria aren't just on the surface, they're actually embedded in the meat. The only way to kill them is with heat, cooking your chicken to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. The solution is simple. Take your chicken out of the package, pat it dry with paper towels, and cook it. That slimy feeling on raw chicken is just protein and water, not dirt. It won't hurt you once the chicken is cooked properly. Number 9. Putting phones in rice when wet. Your phone just took an unexpected swim, and someone tells you to put it in rice. Well, you're about to make things way worse. Rice isn't even good at absorbing water. It's like trying to dry yourself with newspaper after a shower. When you put your phone in rice, tiny particles of starch and dust get into every crack and crevice of your phone. When these rice particles get wet, they turn into a mushy paste inside your phone. Repair shops hate the rice trick because they have to clean out this gummy mess before fixing the water damage. While the rice sits there doing nothing, the water inside your phone is corroding everything it touches. Here's what actually works. Turn off your phone immediately. Take out the battery if possible, or remove any cases. Use silica gel packets instead of rice. Put your phone in an airtight container with these packets. Wait 48 hours without checking it. Number 8. The 5-second rule. Bacteria doesn't wait 5 seconds before jumping onto your food. These microscopic organisms transfer to your food instantly. In less than 1 second, your food becomes contaminated. The moister your food is, the more bacteria it picks up. That juicy watermelon slice you just rescued from the floor has become a bacteria party bus. The average indoor floor has more bacteria than your toilet seat. Every time you use the 5-second rule, you're eating off something dirtier than your toilet. Different surfaces transfer bacteria at different rates. Carpet transfers less bacteria than stainless steel or tile. That cookie you dropped on your kitchen's spotless tile floor picked up more bacteria than if you dropped it on your dirty carpet. You're playing bacterial roulette every time you use this rule. Number 7. Swerving for a small animal. You're driving down a dark road when a squirrel darts out in front of your car. Most people's first instinct is to swerve to save it, but that split-second decision to be a hero might be the last decision you ever make. When you swerve to avoid the squirrel, your car could head straight for a tree, or drift into oncoming traffic, or overcorrect and start rolling. At 60 miles per hour, it takes about 300 feet before your brain even fully processes this was a bad idea. Insurance companies actually prefer you to hit the animal. Hitting a squirrel means a damaged bumper, but swerving and hitting another car means hundreds of thousands in damages, potential lawsuits, and possible funeral costs. If you swerve into oncoming traffic, you're responsible for your own life and everyone in that other car, all because you couldn't bear the thought of hitting a squirrel. The safest thing to do is brake firmly in a straight line. Would you rather explain to your kids why there's one less squirrel in the world, or have someone explain to them why they don't have a parent anymore? Number 6. Using cotton swabs to clean ears. Your ears are self-cleaning machines that naturally push out dirt and wax. When you stick a cotton swab in there, you're shoving all that wax deeper into your ear canal. It's like trying to clean your house by pushing all the dirt into one corner and hoping it disappears. Your eardrum is as thin as a piece of paper. One wrong move with that cotton swab and you've just punctured your eardrum. That clean feeling after using them? That's because you've scraped away all the protective wax your ear needs. It's like removing all the oil from your car engine because it looks messy. Doctors have a saying, never put anything smaller than your elbow in your ear. About 12,500 kids end up in the ER each year because of cotton swab injuries. Just wash the outside of your ears in the shower and let them do their thing. If you really have a wax buildup, see a doctor. They've got special tools and training to remove it safely, not some stick with cotton that was actually designed for crafting. Number 5. Believing all-wheel drive makes you stop faster on ice. Imagine you're wearing roller skates on an ice rink. Would having 4 skates instead of 2 help you stop faster? You're still going to slam face first into that wall. That's exactly how all-wheel drive works on ice. All-wheel drive helps you get moving, like having a friend push you from behind on those roller skates. But when it comes to stopping, you might as well be riding a sled down a mountain. People in all-wheel drive vehicles tend to drive faster on ice because they feel safer. Studies show all-wheel drive vehicles actually get into more winter accidents than regular cars. Not because they're worse, but because their drivers think they're invincible. When it comes to stopping on ice, a tiny Honda Civic with good winter tires will outperform a massive all-wheel drive SUV with all-season tires. Your all-wheel drive vehicle is basically a really expensive Penguin. It might be great at waddling forward on ice, but when it comes to stopping, you're at the mercy of physics, and physics doesn't care how much you paid for your car. Number 4. Driving through floodwater. It only takes 6 inches of moving water to sweep you off your feet, and 12 inches is enough to float your car like a rubber duck in a bathtub. You can't see what's under that water. That road you think is still there might not be. Floodwater eats away at roads like a hungry teenager through a bag of chips. 1 minute you're driving, the next you're playing submarine in your Toyota. 2 feet of water can sweep away most large vehicles. Your Ford F-150 becomes the world's most expensive boat with a really bad captain. Even if you make it through, that floodwater gets everywhere. In your engine, your electronics, your air vents. A few weeks later, your car starts growing things that would make a scientist excited. Most people who die in floods are found in their cars. Staying put is better than becoming another statistic in a flooded car. Number 3. Using hydrogen peroxide on wounds. That satisfying fizz when you put hydrogen peroxide on a wound isn't the healing magic you think it is. That fizzing is actually a tiny horror show happening right on your skin. The fizzing isn't just killing the bad bacteria, it's also destroying your body's own cells that are trying to heal the wound. It's like sending in a drunk demolition crew to fix your house. They might knock down some bad stuff, but they're also taking out your support beams. Hydrogen peroxide breaks down into plain water when exposed to light, so that old brown bottle in your cabinet is basically just expensive water. But a fresh bottle is even worse, because now you're actively sabotaging your body's natural healing process. Your body's healing cells are like a construction crew. They show up to fix the wound, but then you splash them with peroxide. They can't do their job if they're too busy dying. The solution is simple. Use soap and water, or saline solution. It's the difference between hiring a professional cleaning service versus setting your house on fire to kill a spider. Number 2. Using a gas stove or oven for heat. Your gas stove is not a heater, and here's why. Your gas stove is like a tiny factory that turns gas into heat. When you use it for cooking, it's fine because you're not running it for hours. But when you try to heat your house with it, things get deadly. It starts eating up all the oxygen in your home. Then, because it's not getting enough oxygen, it starts producing carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is nature's perfect killer. You can't see it, smell it, or taste it. It just quietly replaces the oxygen in your blood until you pass out. It makes you feel good while it's killing you. You get a mild euphoria, like you're slightly drunk. Then you get sleepy. Then you don't wake up. Your body actually prefers carbon monoxide over oxygen. Your blood cells will literally dump oxygen to grab onto carbon monoxide instead. It's like your own blood is betraying you. If your power's out and you're freezing, layer up, get everyone in one room, and use blankets. Your body generates heat. Trap it. Being cold is uncomfortable, but you won't survive carbon monoxide poisoning. Number 1. Driving to the hospital during heart attacks. If you think it's a heart attack, driving yourself to the hospital is one of the most dangerous things you can do. Imagine blacking out while driving down the highway during a heart attack. Your car becomes a 2-ton missile with no pilot. Other drivers aren't expecting to dodge an unconscious person's car during their morning commute. Ambulances aren't just fancy taxi rides. They're mobile emergency rooms. EMTs can start treatment the moment they reach you. They have drugs that can stop heart attacks. They can shock your heart back to life if it stops. The ambulance team calls ahead to the hospital. While you're on your way, the hospital prepares everything they need for your arrival. But if you drive yourself, you're forcing the hospital to start from scratch the moment you stumble through the door. Every minute matters. When you think you're having a heart attack, the safest thing to do is to sit down, stay calm, and call 911. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.